Welcome to the video of Vort. Beginning of this week's Sedra, Hashem appears to Moshe in the burning bush. And the pasuk says that as Moshe is walking along in the desert, tending to his flock, tending to the sheep of Yisro, Asura na ve'er'eh. Let me turn and see this strange phenomenon, this Hamareh HaGadol, this big, amazing deal. And the pasuk then says that God responds to that. Vayar Hashem kisar lir'os. Hashem sees that Moshe actually stopped to see what was going on. And this was significant that Hashem decides to call out to Moshe to begin to engage and encounter Moshe, and the story of Moshe's leadership of Klal Yisrael begins. And the question is, what is so significant about Asura na ve'er'eh? If you were walking down the street and you saw a burning bush, probably you would stop also. Or some other really strange phenomenon. You might look and say, what's that? And yet, Hashem seems to feel, according to the Torah, that that is so significant, that is what triggers and warrants Moshe being the leader of Klal Yisrael. Many have suggested answers to this question, and I would, building on some of them, suggest the following. Asura na ve'er'eh is a big deal. That when Moshe stops to see the burning bush, it is very significant. Because he realizes it is Mar'eh HaGadol. He realizes that this is big and this is important. And right now, tending to the flock, tending to these sheep of Yisro, figuring out how to make a living is not necessarily the most important thing. And in the scheme of things, it's not Mar'eh HaGadol. Tending the flock enables Moshe to be able to do the big things in life. But it is not the big thing in life in and of itself. And that seems to me to be a very relevant message for those of us living in the 21st century and always. That is, very often we get bogged down with the relatively small things in life. And we miss the really big stuff. We're focused on our jobs, we're focused on our responsibilities, we're focused on lots of things that we have to do which are important in and of themselves, but focused only on those things, we miss the big picture. A person who's so focused, for example, on their business emails or business phone calls and cannot look up when their child taps them on the shoulders and says, Mom, Dad, Abba, Ima, I have a question, that is incapable of seeing the Mar'eh HaGadol. Moshe Rabbeinu, Hashem realizes, responds, says, Asura na ve'er'eh, let me look at what is really important. And when Hashem sees that Moshe is such an individual who can see the big stuff through the small, through the mundane, this is a person who is worthy to lead Klal Yisrael and serve as a role model. May HaKadosh Baruch Hu give us the blessing to follow the role model of Moshe Rabbeinu and to be able, with all the important, relatively small stuff in life that takes up our time, to be able to have the vision and clarity to see the big picture. Mar'eh HaGadol. Good Shabbos.